Read case study Lakshmi vs. Union of India. When a woman stands for herself, she stands for the entire community. As the attacks has become common in India and it has occurred mostly in the state of Uttar Pradesh. This is due to the prevailing circumstances in India where the society is male dominated. Here, women are considered as weak and become the victims of various crimes. We do not have as many judgments regarding the acid attacks, but one among them which is available is the Supreme Court judgment of Lakshmi vs. Union of India. In this case, a girl named Lakshmi was on her way to office when someone called her from behind. When she turned back, they poured acid on her face, which burned the upper part of the body. Due to this incident, she went through the mental trauma and physical pain as well. Since then, she underwent various surgeries, but until today, she could not be same as before the occurrence of the incident. Further, she filed criminal case by charging the accused with murder attempts, which led to the arrest of the accused persons. On the contrary, the accused got bail from the court, which shocked the victim. All these incidents led her to file a public interest litigation, along with the support of her family and a lawyer friend in the apex court. The petition was related to expensive surgeries, medical expenses, and rehabilitation help for the victims. This was a tough battle for her, and as a result of this battle, top court issued guidelines for the better living of the victims of the acid attacks. The court stated the following. The decision taken in the meeting read as follows. The states of the Union Territories will take a serious note of the directions of the Supreme Court with regard to treatment and payment of compensation to acid attack victims and to implement these directions through the issue of requisite orders or notifications. The private hospitals will also be brought on board for compliance, and the states of the Union Territories will use necessary means in this regard. No hospital or clinic should refuse treatment citing lack of specialized facilities. First aid must be administered to the victim, and after stabilization, the victim or patient could be shifted to a specialized facility for further treatment wherever required. Action may be taken against hospital or clinic for refusal to treat victims of acid attacks and other crimes in contravention of the provisions of Section 357C of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. We expect the authorities to comply with these decisions, although it is not made clear in the meeting held on 14/3/2015. What we understand by free medical treatment is not only provision of physical treatment to the victim of acid attack, but also availability of medicines, bed, and food in the concerned hospital. We therefore issue a direction that the state governments or union territories should seriously discuss and take up the matter with all the private hospitals in their respective state or union territory to the effect that the private hospitals should not refuse treatment to victims of acid attack, and that full treatment should be provided to such victims, including medicines, food, bedding, and reconstructive surgeries. We also issue a direction that the hospital where the victim of an acid attack is first treated should give a certificate that the individual is a victim of an acid attack. This certificate may be utilized by the victim for treatment and reconstructive surgeries or any other scheme that the victim may be entitled to with the state government or the union territory as the case may be. In the event of any specific complaint against any private hospital or government hospital, the acid attack victim will of course be at liberty to take further action. With regard to the banning of sale of acid across the counter, we direct the Secretary in the Ministry of Home Affairs and Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare to take up the matter with the state governments or union territories to ensure that an appropriate notification to this effect is issued within a period of 3 months from today. It appears that some states or union territories have already issued such a notification, but in our opinion, all states and union territories must issue such a notification at the earliest. The final issue is with regard to the setting up of a criminal injuries compensation board. In the meeting held on 14/3/2015, the unanimous view was that since the District Legal Services Authority is already constituted in every district and is involved in providing appropriate assistance relating to acid attack victims, perhaps it may not be necessary to set up a separate criminal injuries compensation board. In other words, a multiplicity of authorities need not be created. In our opinion, this view is quite reasonable. Therefore, in case of any compensation claim made by any acid attack victim, the matter will be taken up by the District Legal Services Authority, which will include the district judge and such other co-opted persons who the district judge feels will be of assistance, particularly the district magistrate, the superintendent of police, and the civil surgeon or the chief medical officer of that district or their nominee. This body will function as a criminal injuries compensation board for all purposes. A copy of this order is sent to learned counsel appearing for the Secretary in the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare for onward transmission and compliance to the Chief Secretary or their counterparts in all the states and union territories. The Chief Secretary will ensure that the order is sent to all the district magistrates and due publicity is given to the order of this court. A copy of this order should also be sent to the Member Secretary at NALSA for onward transmission and compliance to the Member Secretary or the State Legal Services Authority in all the states and union territories. The Member Secretary of the State Legal Services Authority will ensure that it is forwarded to the Member Secretary of each District Legal Services Authority, who will ensure that due publicity is given to the order of this court. The writ petition is disposed of in the above terms.